Good morning, students. I just want to go through a couple, I just want to go through this worksheet pretty quickly. State the tangent ratio. You're not solving it. You're not trying to find out what the measure of the angle is. So from L, the opposite side, so again, this would be my hypotenuse. That's my longest side. So the opposite side, so it's a tangent, and write it this way, of angle L is equal to 6 over 8. You can reduce that down to tangent of L equals 3/4. Then you go from angle M. So from M, that's still my hypotenuse, the opposite side, so we'd say tangent of angle M equals 8, the opposite side. The opposite side is 8 over 6. And you again reduce that down to 4/3. But the biggest thing with question, and then go into questions 3 and 4, same idea. But make sure you write tangent L, tangent M. As we go through it, don't just put M equals or L equals. Write down tangent for me as we go through those. Then, once we start going to solve, like question number 5, so it says use the tangent ratio to solve for x. So I come through here. So I'm going to use the only angle I know. So the only angle I know is this is 30 degrees. This is a right angle. It's time to use tangent. So I go the tangent of angle 30 is equal to the opposite side, x, over the adjacent side of 15. This side right here is my hypotenuse. That's the slanted side. Tangent 30 is equal to 0.577 right here. So again, type this in. Make sure on your calculator that it's in degrees. Otherwise, you're going to have some issues. It won't give you the right answer. So then I solve. How do I get rid of 15? I times it by 15. So times it by 15. And this should equal 8.7 equals x. I go 0.577 times 15 and get 8.7. When you come to the other ones, so when I come up here to set up this one, again, use tangent ratio. My tangent, or my angle, is 35 degrees. The opposite side would be A over 20. So I'd say tangent 35 equals A over 20. Again, type in tangent 35 into your calculator. When you do that, you should get, it's about 0.7. It's 0.7001, so you could say it's 700. A over 20. How do I get rid of 20? I have to multiply by 20. Times this by 20. And so you should get about 14 equals A. It's like 14.001, I believe. When you go to your next one, this one's a little bit different. So those two were like pretty straightforward. We want to use for 7 and 8. Okay, so for 7, we want to use a tangent ratio. So again, here's my angle. I want to find CE, so I want to find that side there. The opposite side, so tangent of the angle given to me, is equal to the opposite side, 18 over x. Well, now if I look at it, first thing I'm going to do is tangent 27 is about 0.51. So I'm going to write this way, 0.510 equals 18 over x. I can't have x in the denominator. I need to get it out. So I times each side by x. So I get x times 0.510 equals 18. And then I divide by 0.51, divide by 0.51. And this equals about 36, I think it's 36.3, or no, 35.3. So it should be about 35.3. Okay, so just in this one, just pay attention. It's in our denominator, the variable's in the denominator, we're going to end up dividing to solve for it. Lastly, last one. We want to find the angle measurement. So before we've been finding the side lengths, now we want to find the angle measurement. It says for the measure of angle S. So from angle S, so tangent of an angle S is equal to the opposite side, 0.75, over 3.5. So then I have to do the inverse tangent. So I have to go tangent inverse of 0.75 over 3.5. And that should equal, so the angle of S should equal, that's about 12 degrees. I'll show it to you real quickly on your calculator. So when you go to your calculator, anytime I find the angle measurement, I have to do the inverse function. Let me scroll so you can see it. So I want to do the inverse function. First of all, I make sure it's in degrees. So I look at it. See, it's in degrees, so we're good. So I'm going to hit the inverse tangent, and that was 0.75 divided by 3.5. So I come on my calculator, I hit the inverse tangent, see tangent inverse, and then it was 0.75 divided by 3.5. And it gets me about 12.09. Typically, we're going to round to the nearest degree. So I want to go over through those. So sometimes you're going to have to divide. Sometimes to find any angle measurement, we have to do the tangent inverse. So you're going to be doing the same thing today.